In the summer of 2005, my world shifted in a way that I never saw coming. I was 10 years old, full of life, confident, and I was sure of my belonging. But all that was ripped away from me when I relocated to the UK. Everything I knew up to that point was gone. And honestly, I struggled with the transition. I was being bullied in school. I remember the kids taunting me, calling me all sorts of names. My accent was too strong. It was too African. My skin was too dark. I was simply too foreign. I was too much for them. And one particular memory I have is holding an item, and the rest of the kids in that class refused to touch that same item. And a 10-year-old brain could only comprehend that I must be suffering from leprosy, because there was no other explanation to justify why I was being treated the way I was. I recluded. I became a shadow of myself. I didn't look anybody in the eye. And in those dark moments, the only thing that gave a flicker of hopes were books. Because I realized something very quickly, that books don't judge. Books don't care about the color of your skin or how you sound. They were simply books. So I spent hours reading travel books. Those were the ones I enjoyed the most. All the beautiful places around the globe made the perfect escapism from my lived reality. And I spent hours turning through the glossy pages, but there was one big problem. In all of these books, I saw no one that looked like me. And at 10 years old, I made a silent promise to myself. One day, I'm going to change this. Fast forward to 2 decades. I have now traveled to 88 countries, over 200 cities across 6 continents. And I document this all on my social media platform because I want people that look like me to know that they too can do the impossible. That the world is their oyster. And last year, I took it up a notch. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. And I wanted to mark history. I really wanted to question what they say women can do. You know, we have all that limitation they keep putting upon us. And I was like, I'm gonna rewrite narrative. So I decided to solo drive from London to Lagos. 2 places I consider home. I repeat, I decided to solo drive by myself in my car from London, UK to Lagos, Nigeria, covering 10,000 kilometers across 17 countries and lasting for 74 days. And I have the memory of driving through one of the harshest terrain on earth, the Sahara Desert, and feeling the blazing of the sun. And at one point, I thought my tire might melt off. I remember sleeping in my car by myself in the middle of nowhere and hearing the howling of the wind and the shaking of my car. And at that point, I said, maybe this wasn't a good idea. I remember being stopped by corrupt officer countless of times, demanding for a bribe. And when I refused to pay, I was treated like a criminal. Like the mere act of traveling as a woman was a crime. I was even in a car accident. Till today, I still remember the airbags going off and the sound of my car crumbling all around me. I could have died, but I kept going. And after 74 days, I arrived in Lagos, Nigeria, proving that the impossible can be done with sheer delusional determination. And I wanted to show to all that black girls that their dreams are valid, no matter what society had to say about it. So today I ask you this one question. What is that one thing you've been wanting to do? What is that idea you've been scared to start? Please, I beg of you, start. Start with your hands trembling, start petrified, but please start. Because something I've realized is that the magic is in the doing. And remember this, the only limitation that you have is the one that you choose to accept. My name is Pelumi Nubi. I'm a Nigerian. I'm an advocate for women living boldly. And I'm a strong, proud, I am such a proud African woman. Thank you so much for having me.